Uh, these are the 3 points that you need to keep in mind. Static method. If you have a static method, a static method cannot directly access non-static variables in the same class. Directly access. Indirectly, we can access and we will see. If you have a static method, that static method cannot directly invoke a non-static method in the same class. Third point, if two objects access a static variable, each object will share the same value of that static variable. So if you have two objects and they are accessing the variable that is static variable, they will share the same value of that variable. So let's see what we're talking about. Create a new project. Let's call it static demo. New class. Let's call it, I don't want to give it the word static with the class so that it doesn't confuse you. So let's call it just demo. All right. So we have a demo class, and notice in this class we have this main method, and it is by default a static method. I want to create a new variable age, and I want to give it 10. This is a normal variable. It is a non-static variable. If I put here static, now it becomes static variables. I want to, and it has a different behavior in that sense, and we will see that later on. So first of all, we're going to see the accessibility. So this is non-static variable. It is outside of this method main. So means our static method is trying to access a non-static variable. So let's see, can it access it? System.out.println and its age. So when I type, it says error. So mouse over cannot make a static reference to the non-static field age. This is non-static. So what is the way? The easiest way is I just put keyword static here. Now error is gone and I can run it and it works fine. Okay. All right. So now a static method is accessing a static variable. If I don't put this one, is there any other way? Yes, I can access it indirectly. Directly, I cannot access it, right? Now I need to create an object of this demo class. Demo obj1 new demo. Now this object obj1, I can put it ABC, anything like a variable name, obj1. Although object is not a variable, it's more than that. So obj1, this is object of this demo class. So it means object can access all the members of this class. Members means this one, this variable age is a member of this class. So this object one can access that one. So if I type here obj1 dot using dot operator, obj1, I can, so see error is gone and I can access it again the same way. So this is a bit long process that first create object and then put object one and then put it before the variable, then you can access a non-static variable. So they came up with the idea that, okay, just put static and you are done, no need. Okay, because both are static now, method and the variable. Okay, I hope you get this idea now, right? And it works fine. How about a method? Let's say I call a method void show val, and here I want to show that age. Okay, system dot out dot println and its age. Okay, so apparently there is no error, but when I run this, I still see 10, which is coming from here. but the second print is not coming here because I have not invoked it from the main method, right? I must invoke this from the main method. So let's try it. Show val. Now when I type, it gives me error. What is the error? Cannot make a static reference to the non-static method show val. This is a non-static method, whereas we are calling this one from a static method. This is not allowed. So same way, if I want to access a method from within a static method, we need to do the same thing as we did with the variable. We put static keyword, same thing here, static, okay? Static, all right. Now this problem is solved. We have another problem. Problem is cannot make a static reference to the non-static field. Now this is a static method and it is calling age, which is non-static. So again, a problem, okay? So either we can use object to access this, okay, like we did before with the other one, or or we make this one static. Okay, now we are good in all sense. Okay, 10, 10. First is coming from here, another is here. Okay, all right, fine. Got this point. Now this one is done. I'm going to remove this one and I'm going to delete this one and delete this one. I just keep it for a while. No need for this one now. Now we're going to access sharing the value. How come static variable shares the same value? Okay, so what we are going to do is we're going to create a new class in the same project. So right click on the project, new class. Let's call it counter. Okay, this is counter class. In this one, I want to create count and 100. This is my simple variable. It's global variable on top of everything. So I say, okay, public void count here. I'm just incremented this count plus plus. So I want this 100 that when I call this method, it should make count as 101. As simple as that. So I go to my demo class. They are in the same package. So I want to access that count method, this count method, and I want to access this value also. So in this class, because I'm in a different class, I want to access the member of the other class. I must create object of that class. So what is the class name? Counter. That class counter, we call it obj1 new counter. All right, object is done, obj1. Now I want to access age, and this is obj1. Sorry, not age, count variable. And notice when I type dot, this count int integer variable, it comes automatically. There are a few other built-in methods, they also appear. So I say, yeah, count. All right. So count is 100. Okay, I'm directly accessing that variable. But now I want to increment it, so I need to call this method from the other side. So I say, okay, how to call the method? Obj1 through object and count. All right. After this, I say now show me what is the value of count, same count. So here it was what? It was 100, and let's see. So it was 100 there, but here it is 101. Fine. If I call this here twice, then what is the value? 100 and 102. Here is 100, and because I call count twice, so call once 101, second time 102. That's what we are seeing, 102 here. Hmm? All right, sounds good. Fine. Now I want to create a new object of the same counter class. Okay, so counter obj2 new counter. All right. Now I want to see for this object what this object also has access to all the members of this class, right? So let's see using this object what is the count value. So system dot out dot println obj2 dot count. Guess what? What will it print? 100 or 102? It prints 100. Okay, so now here it's printing 100. It means this object, it went to the other class and incremented count variable there. So this object has its own copy of count variable, and it's increasing, incrementing, and that's why it sees 102. When we create a brand new object, that object also goes there and finds what is count. And computer is intelligent in this sense that object 2 is a brand new and it will get the brand new copy of count, which is 100. That's why we are seeing 100, not 102. Okay, so this is the behavior. Now, how about if I simply put keyword static, just this one? Then let's go here. Nothing changed here. Now let's see. Now notice this becomes 102. No more 100. It means even the second object also becomes 102. Now this is the variable because of static keyword. Whenever you put the static keyword, now this count variable is being shared by two objects in this class, other class, object 1, object 2. They are sharing the same value of count variable because this count is now static. Okay, so what will happen if this object 2, it also goes there and increments the value? What will be the object 1? What will be the effect on object 1? So let's try it. Let's go obj2 dot count. Okay, now first time this obj is going and incrementing count. It's going to increment, right? And now let's see, after this increment, what is the value of object, what is the value of count for object 1, what is the value of count for object 2. So I can simply copy paste this time object 1 first, and remove this one to avoid any confusion. Okay, now see, object 1 went there twice and it made the count 102, and object 2 did not go there yet, but it also get 102. It did not increment, but it got 102. Now first time it's going there and incrementing, so it should be 103 here. Okay, now let's see. Yes, object 2 is incrementing, it's 103. Object 2 did not go third time to count it. So let's see what is the answer. Both are 103. So first time, object 100. Then object 1 increments count twice. It becomes 102. And we are showing here. Object 2 did not go there, just access count because of static variable, also 102. Now object 2 increments count, so it does not go for 100. It's already 102 because static. So it made it 103. Then object 1 is also 103. object 2 is also 103. So static variable will keep its last value, but it will keep changing. Do not mix up this one static with final. Final is different. If I make final as count, then I cannot increment it, okay? Because the final field counter.count cannot be assigned. You cannot give another value because it's the final value. 100 must remain 100. But static can keep changing its value, okay? All right, I hope you understand this. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.